a good time. You've convinced me. I'm ready to switch my account.
Oh my gosh. Specific answer. They're learning quick.
Can we Google it?
Whatever. Okay. He's a quick study.
There's so many words I want to say. Be careful. It is a love story.
You bet it is.
Fair.
I wasn't done.
Ask the questions that you think are silly. Thank you for joining. Bye.
Welcome to the University of Wisconsin-Superior, known for top academics and a close-knit, supportive community in a region renowned for its natural beauty. Our campus sits just minutes from the western tip of Lake Superior, the largest freshwater lake in the world. It's a superior place to be. Come on, let me show you around. We'll start our tour here in the Yellow Jacket Union, the hub of campus. Here, students can study, play a game of pool, chill by the fireplace, or grab a bite to eat at one of our various dining options. Whatever you're hungry for, you'll find it here. The flags here represent our international students who make up 10% of our student body. At UW-Superior, you'll make friends from all around the world. Right outside the Yellow Jacket Union is the Quad, with our two oldest buildings, Old Main and Erlandson Hall, on the other side. When the weather's nice, you'll always see students hanging out here, studying, or meeting up with friends.
And now, I'm going to show you Swenson Hall, a popular place for students to come out and study. It's open 24 hours a day for those who get their best work done late at night. With a 14-to-1 student-to-teacher ratio, most of your classes will be in rooms like this, with professors that know you by name and are happy to work with you. Swenson is also home to our writing center and the new esports lab, where club and varsity gaming teams practice and compete, and students can enjoy open rec hours. Here we are in Barstow, home to our natural sciences department, where students participate in hands-on research alongside faculty. The Holden Fine Arts Building is home to our outstanding visual arts and music departments here on campus. Here you'll find art studios and galleries, and the Mannion Theater, a great place to catch a concert, play, or musical put on by our students.
And now we're at Ross Ox Hall, which is just a few blocks away from campus. With 6 residence halls to choose from, there's a place for everyone. And living on campus is one of the best ways to make new friends here at UWS. In the Merkovich Wellness Center, you'll find a fitness room, weight room, indoor climbing wall, an indoor track, and much, much more. Also in the MWC is the Mertz Mortarelli Gymnasium, where you'll cheer on our Yellow Jacket athletics teams. It's not just what's on campus. Nearby lie the Twin Forts, Superior, Wisconsin, and Duluth, Minnesota, offering tons of opportunities for dining, shopping, hanging out, and enjoying the outdoors.
So come join us at the University of Wisconsin-Superior, where every day is an opportunity to learn, grow, and make your mark on the world. We can't wait to welcome you into our hive. Go Yellow Jackets!
There's nothing better than a Subway Series footlong, except when you add a new footlong sidekick, like the boss with a new footlong cookie. This might be my favorite sidekick ever. What?
Every epic footlong deserves a perfect sidekick.
Together we learn.
Together we study.
Together we research.
Together we compete.
Together we climb.
Together we perform.
Together we relax.
Together we are a community.
Together we are superior.
Let's put our stamp on this region. All right, let's do it emphatically.
shine, you better make
We're gonna have a good time. You've convinced me. I'm ready to switch my account.
Oh my gosh. Specific answer. They're learning quick. Can we Google it?
Whatever. Okay. He's a quick study.
There's so many words I want to say. Be careful. It is a love story.
You bet it is.
Fair.
I wasn't done.
Ask the questions that you think are silly. Thank you for joining. Bye.
Welcome to the University of Wisconsin-Superior, known for top academics and a close-knit, supportive community in a region renowned for its natural beauty. Our campus sits just minutes from the western tip of Lake Superior, the largest freshwater lake in the world. It's a superior place to be. Come on, let me show you around. We'll start our tour here in the Yellow Jacket Union, the hub of campus. Here, students can study, play a game of pool, chill by the fireplace, or grab a bite to eat at one of our various dining options. Whatever you're hungry for, you'll find it here. The flags here represent our international students who make up 10% of our student body. At UW-Superior, you'll make friends from all around the world. Right outside the Yellow Jacket Union is the Quad, with our two oldest buildings, Old Main and Erlandson Hall, on the other side. When the weather's nice, you'll always see students hanging out here, studying, or meeting up with friends.
And now, I'm going to show you Swenson Hall, a popular place for students to come out and study. It's open 24 hours a day for those who get their best work done late at night. With a 14-to-1 student-to-teacher ratio, most of your classes will be in rooms like this, with professors that know you by name and are happy to work with you. Swenson is also home to our writing center and the new esports lab, where club and varsity gaming teams practice and compete, and students can enjoy open rec hours. Here we are in Barstow, home to our natural sciences department, where students participate in hands-on research alongside faculty. The Holden Fine Arts Building is home to our outstanding visual arts and music departments here on campus. Here you'll find art studios and galleries, and the Mannion Theater, a great place to catch a concert, play, or musical put on by our students.
And now we're at Rossox Hall, which is just a few blocks away from campus. With 6 residence halls to choose from, there's a place for everyone. And living on campus is one of the best ways to make new friends here at UWS. In the Merkovich Wellness Center, you'll find a fitness room, weight room, indoor climbing wall, an indoor track, and much, much more. Also in the MWC is the Mertz Mortarelli Gymnasium, where you'll cheer on our Yellow Jacket athletics teams. It's not just what's on campus. Nearby lies the Twin Ports, Superior, Wisconsin, and Duluth, Minnesota, offering tons of opportunities for dining, shopping, hanging out, and enjoying the outdoors.
So come join us at the University of Wisconsin-Superior, where every day is an opportunity to learn, grow, and make your mark on the world. We can't wait to welcome you into our hive. Go Yellow Jackets!
There's nothing better than a Subway Series footlong, except when you add a new footlong sidekick, like the boss with a new footlong cookie. This might be my favorite sidekick ever. What?
Every epic footlong deserves a perfect sidekick.
Together we learn.
Together we study.
Together we research.
Together, we compete.
Together we climb.
Together, we perform.
Together we relax.
Together we are a community.
Together we are superior.
Have a good time. You've convinced me. I'm ready to switch my account.
Oh my gosh. Specific answer. They're learning quick. Can we Google it?
Whatever. Okay. He's a quick study.
There's so many words I'm not saying. Be careful. It is a love story.
You bet it is.
Fair.
I wasn't done.
Ask the questions that you think are silly. Thank you for joining. Bye.
Welcome to the University of Wisconsin-Superior, known for top academics and a close-knit, supportive community in a region renowned for its natural beauty. Our campus sits just minutes from the western tip of Lake Superior, the largest freshwater lake in the world. It's a superior place to be. Come on, let me show you around. We'll start our tour here in the Yellow Jacket Union, the hub of campus. Here, students can study, play a game of pool, chill by the fireplace.
Yellow Jacket Volleyball is on the air from Mertz Motorelli Gym on the campus of the University of Wisconsin-Superior, where tonight the Yellow Jackets are going for their 6th consecutive win to open the 2024 season, but they're going to face their stiffest competition of the year, bar none, as they take on the Crusaders from the University of Mary Hardin-Baylor. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Yellow Jacket Volleyball pregame show on Yellow Jacket TV. I am John Garver. Tonight's pregame show is sponsored by National Bank of Commerce, with locations in Superior, Poplar, Solon Springs, Esco, Hermantown, Hibbing, and Duluth. National Bank of Commerce, make more possible. This is day one of the 2024 Subway Stinger Classic, and we got two teams coming together in this one that both of them come in unbeaten. Both teams 5-0 after winning their first matches of the tournament here earlier today. Let's take a quick look at the scoreboard for this tournament. The Yellow Jackets winning match one today, 3-0 over Marion by scores of 25-23, 25-15, and 25-21. The Yellow Jackets in that one were paced by Ayla Oltmans, who led all players with 10 kills. Addie Gangle had 8, Mayana Stark had 7. Addie Gangle had 3 aces as well, and contributed a few block assists on the day. So it was a big day for her all the way around, both offensively and defensively. Yellow Jackets got 14 assists from Gabby Schwartz and 10 from Colleen Claude. 20 digs from Jenna Anderson, who comes into the match today averaging 6 digs per set. So the Yellow Jackets senior libero is off to a very, very good start, one of the top defensive players in NCAA Division III. Mary Hardin-Baylor, meanwhile, had a 3-0 victory over the College of St. Scholastica, winning their match by scores of 25-16, 25-16, and 25-18. And then St. Scholastica bounced back with a victory over Martin Luther, 3-1. Set scores 25-18, 25-20, 19-25, and 25-11. The fourth match of the day also went 4 sets. Marion was victorious in that one. They defeated Hamlin by a score of 3-1. Let's take a look now at the starters in this one. Starting lineups are sponsored by Superior Choice Credit Union. Your friendly local credit union here to meet your financial needs of 12 locations in Northeast Minnesota and Northwest Wisconsin, serving its 37,000 members. Yellow Jackets starting 6 in this one. Sydney Smith, a sophomore, or 6-foot sophomore from Milltown, Wisconsin. McKenna Holbein, a 5'9 freshman from Holdingford, Minnesota. Colleen Claude, a 5'3 junior from Centuria, Wisconsin. Mayana Stark, a 5'11 senior from Germantown, Wisconsin. Ayla Oltmans, a 5'9 sophomore from Gilbert, Minnesota. And Addie Gangle, a 6-foot sophomore from Nashwauk, Minnesota. The libero, Jenna Anderson, a 5'3 senior from Bemidji, Minnesota. Still awaiting the starting lineup from Mary Hardin-Baylor. We haven't received that as of yet. It's always kind of been one of the tricky things about college volleyball. They typically hand the starting lineups over to you rather late. And in the old days, for the statistics people, you didn't receive it until there was a minute to go prior to the start of the match. Starters for Mary Hardin-Baylor. Number 5, Peyton Sedlacek, a 5'9 sophomore from the Woodlands, Texas. Number 6, Draven Hurd, a 6'1 junior from Beaumont, Texas. Number 1, Kendall Harrington, a 5'10 sophomore from Midland, Texas. Number 13, Bailey Mobley, a 5'8 freshman from Godley, Texas. Number 15, Caitlin Ellenberg, a 5'7 sophomore from Marshall, Texas. And two liberos that they have listed. Number 2, Caden Lasala, a 5'4 sophomore from Canyon, Texas. And Faith Clark, a 5'9 junior from Bryan, Texas. The bulk of this roster for Mary Hardin-Baylor coming from the great state of Texas. Only one player from outside, and she just happens to be from Wisconsin, a freshman from Broadhead, Wisconsin, Addison Yates. Yellow Jackets are coached by Lynn Diedrich in her 22nd season at the helm of the Yellow Jackets, and Mary Hardin-Baylor's head coach is Mark Pryor. Teams going through their final paces here as we are moments away from the start of this match on court number 1. Final match of the day on court number 1. Court number 2, Hamlin and Martin Luther are doing battle. That is the final match of the day on court number 2. Yellow Jackets in the gold tops, or the pink tops in the first match today. Now they're wearing gold. Mary Hardin-Baylor, on the other hand, wearing the sleeveless purple tops. The Yellow Jackets will be attacking from right to left across your screen. Mary Hardin-Baylor won the coin toss, so they will serve first. Peyton Sedlacek will step to the line to serve. A reminder that the opening serve tonight is sponsored by Barker's Island Inn, northern Wisconsin's Island Getaway. The serve received by Mayana Stark. It moves over to the right side, and immediately it is buried by McKenna Hobein. Yellow Jackets with the first point of the match. Hobein will back up to the baseline and serve. The freshman right-hander lets it go over the net. It's dug there, set by Ellenberg. Holbein got a piece of the attack, but not enough. And the Crusaders have tied it. Natalie Hughes now to serve for Mary Hardin-Baylor. Serve received by the Yellow Jackets. Holbein up to Colleen Clod, over to Ayla Oltmans on the right. Meanwhile, it's played back over the net by Sedlacek. Another one dug out by Holbein. This time the Jackets try Stark on the left side. She winds up. It goes off the fingertips of a Mary Hardin-Baylor player and ends up out of bounds. So a point for the Yellow Jackets. They lead 2-1 early. Already off to a little better start than they were against Marion. The Jackets dropped the first 4 points of the match. Crusaders back on the attack. Dug out by Colleen Clod. On the right side, Ayla Oltmans plays it over the net. Right back the other way come the Crusaders with Mobley getting it over. Jackets regain control and play. A little miscommunication, but the Crusaders bail themselves out. Clod over to the right side. Oltmans, it gets blocked. Colleen Clod again, this time to Stark on the left side. That's blocked. Good putback. Now it's going to be a quick move over the net by Colleen Clod, but that one's returned. And right in the middle, Draven Hurd puts it away, and the Crusaders have tied it. Kendall Harrington to serve for Mary Hardin-Baylor. Mayana Stark receives. Clod into the middle for Abby Gangle, and she drops one down. Her first kill of the day. We mentioned earlier in the pregame show that she had a really strong match for the Yellow Jackets in the opener today. Gabby Schwartz with the serve for the Yellow Jackets. On the attack, Hurd puts it over for Mary Hardin-Baylor. Gangle in the middle this time, tries again. It's blocked, goes out of bounds. Point for the Yellow Jackets. They lead 4-2. Serve received by Sedlacek for Mary Hardin-Baylor. Over to Mobley on the left side, and her attack is going to go down. Yellow Jackets with a 4-3 lead. Set number 1, just getting it started here on a Friday evening from the Mertz. Glad to have you along on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMAC Sports Network. Mayana Stark receives the serve. It goes wild. Schwartz tried to play it, but that will result in a point for Mary Hardin-Baylor. Mobley to serve. Stark receives. Colleen Claude sets it up. Marina Sager with the attack that's easily dug out by the Crusaders. Then the big southpaw on the right side. Cameron Pescic puts it home, and Mary Hardin-Baylor moves in front for the first time in the match. Mobley to serve with the Crusaders up 5-4. Stark pulled away like it was going to go long, but it splits the difference between her and Jenna Anderson. That'll be a service ace for Mobley. 6-4 Crusaders. Stark receives, leaves it for Schwartz. Now in the middle, Gangle. She throws it down. It's going to go, deflect off of Faith Clark. Yellow Jackets with the point, side out. Stark to serve. It's played by Mobley, straight up in the air along the end line. LaSala moves that one to the middle, misplayed by Hurd. Point Yellow Jackets, and we are even once again. Serve received by the Crusaders in the middle. Big block there by Abby Gangle. Was going up for the kill was Draven Hurd of Mary Hardin-Baylor. Gangle got up and blocked, put it off the fingertips of a Crusader. That goes out of bounds. Yellow Jackets get the point, but the Crusaders right back as this time Hurd doesn't make any mistakes, and she buries it, and we're tied at 7. Crusaders with the serve. It's going to be Faith Clark, the libero, serving. Yellow Jackets Stark receives to Schwartz. Now in the middle, Gangle. That goes off a finger. Check that. It did not. I thought it was deflected. I thought I heard a deflection up here, but there was not one. Crusaders get the point. It's 8-7. Stark receives the serve. On the right side, Sager goes up for the attack. Went long, but it was off of a player from the Crusaders, and we're tied at 8. Mary Hardin-Baylor receiving votes in the latest AVCA poll. On the quick putback right at the net for the Yellow Jackets. Schwartz, or check that, excuse me. Sydney Smith, rather. Caught the Crusaders off guard and puts it between the defenders, and the Yellow Jackets move back in front 9-8. From the left side, Schaffner has that one dug out by Stark. Yellow Jackets Holbein played it over to the left. Then going up for the kill, Cameron Pescic puts it in the net. And the Yellow Jackets find themselves in front by 2, 10-8. Gangle serving for the Yellow Jackets here. Good set by Harrington. The attempt by Hughes. Jackets got a piece of it, and the sprawling attempt by Schwartz is going to be broken up. Crusaders with the point. Caitlin Ellenberg to serve with the Jackets up 10-9. Ellenberg with the left hand, smacks it over the net. Schwartz sets it. Attack by Sager, easily played by the Crusaders, and they will tap it over the net at the left side. It was Harrington going up and getting it. That pulls us even at 10-10. Schwartz for the Yellow Jackets sets it in the middle. Holbein goes up and bangs that one between the defenders. Puts the Yellow Jackets back in front. Colleen Claude checking back into the match for the Yellow Jackets. Ayla Oltman's coming back in as well. Claude to serve with the Jackets up 1 here in the opening set. The 2024 Subway Stinger Classic from Mertz Motorelli Gym in Superior. Claude gets it to Jenna Anderson, who sets. Attack by Oltmans, dug out by the defense. Attempt by Harrington, dug out beautifully by Jenna Anderson. And then the Yellow Jackets go up and banging that one home. Sydney Smith. Jackets lead 12-10. Claude with the serve. On the right side, Harrington sends it over the net. Now a set by Jenna Anderson. Attack taken by Hobein is dug out. In the middle, a good attack there by Hughes. Jenna Anderson put it up in the air, but it was out of the reach of Colleen Claude. Point for Mary Hardin-Baylor. The back and forth continues here in the opener. The Yellow Jackets a 12-11 lead. Sedlacek serving for Mary Hardin-Baylor. Jackets receive in the middle. The attack by Smith blocked. Goes off. The block attempt goes off a Yellow Jacket, and that's going to end up being an out of bounds, and we have a tie score once again. Point Yellow Jackets there. McKenna Hobein back to serve. It's going to be played right back over the net, and then a great opportunity for Sydney Smith to go up and bury one. But the unforced error happens. She puts that in the net. We're deadlocked at 13. Hughes to serve for the Crusaders. Received by the Yellow Jackets. Claude set. Stark with the attack, and that one's dug out. Goes up and hits the ceiling. Comes back down. Play continuing on. Now it's Oltmans on the right side with the right-hander over the top. That's going to be dug out. Played back over the net. Sprawling attempt at the save by Colleen Claude. Comes up short. And the Crusaders back in front by a point. Hughes the serve. That's going to be well long as it ends up in the student section along the Yellow Jacket baseline. Jenna Anderson cycles into position to serve. She returns the unforced error with a long serve the other way, so Crusaders get that point back. Yellow Jackets receive. Claude sets it up on the right side, and Ayla Oltman pounds that one down. A lot of back and forth here in this one tonight. Kind of similar to the first match that we had earlier this afternoon between the Yellow Jackets and Marion. Aside from that middle set, very tight contest between the two. Dravenhurd goes up for the attack. It's going to go out of bounds. Yellow Jackets with the point. They move in front 16-15. Gabby Schwartz to serve. Received by Sedlacek. Over now to the right side. A little bit of a change-up from Cameron Peshek there for the Crusaders. Kind of had somewhat of the big wind-up with their left arm. Then took something off it, caught the Jackets off guard. Side out, Mary Hardin-Baylor. Bailey Mobley to serve. Received by Stark. Comes over to the left side. Sager goes up for the attack, and that's well beyond the end line. (17-16) Crusaders. Mobley to serve. It comes to Stark. She moves it to the middle now. Over to the left side. Sager puts it over the net. Meanwhile, back on the right side. Great setup for Peshek, and she goes into the back left corner. Out of the reach of anyone in a gold sweater. That's hockey talk right there, sweater. Gold jersey. 18-16 Crusaders. Mobley the serve off the net. Stark reaches out and gets a hold of it. It comes over now to the left side. Jackets Sager tips it over. Mobley returns it back into the Yellow Jackets side. Schwartz in the middle for Gangle, a blast, and that's going to be deflected by the libero Clark, but it's going to go along beyond the end line. Jackets get the point. Close the gap now. They trail by 1. Mayana Stark to serve. She plays it over. Crusaders Harrington sets that one up. A wide open chance for Draven Hurd, and she easily places that one. Point for the Crusaders. Clark to serve. Jenna Anderson with the receipt. Schwartz now into the middle. The attempt by Hobein blocked. She gets another one. That goes off Harrington. Kept alive, and now the attack on the left side. Jackets will get the point. Schaffner went up for the attack on the left side. Got into the net a little bit. The Yellow Jackets get the point. They trail by 1, 19-18. Harrington sets it. Peshek with the attack. Yellow Jackets get it back. Comes right back over the net. Quick put back there by Sydney Smith. Doesn't go. Now the attack comes from the left side. That was Mobley off a hand of a Yellow Jacket. And we have a 20-18 lead for the Crusaders. Caitlin Ellenberg to serve. Yellow Jackets receive. Schwartz at the net. Sets that one up. Hobein was kind of a bad set, and Hobein had an opportunity to get to it, but not a lot she could do with it. Puts it in the net, and it's a 3-point lead now for Mary Hardin-Baylor as Yellow Jacket head coach Lynn Diedrich will call a timeout. A reminder to download the Swarm Central app, the official rewards and loyalty app of the Yellow Jackets. Get started and receive 200 points for registering, 200 more just for downloading the app. You get 100 points on your birthday. You get 100 points for every single Yellow Jacket sporting event you attend. Answer trivia questions, answer poll questions. Everything results in points, and you can redeem those points for cool prizes in the Swarm Central store. Find the Swarm Central app in the Apple and Google stores today. There's a couple of good offers in there as well. You can redeem a code for some discounted pizza at Domino's in Superior. Get a coupon in there for a nice deal on breakfast at Perkins. Save some money on orders over $75 in the Yellow Jacket Sideline store. All kinds of great things happening inside that Swarm Central app, so download it today. Yellow Jackets trailing 21-18 coming out of the timeout. Two-0 run here for Mary Hardin-Baylor, giving itself some breathing room. Stark receives, Schwartz in the middle, gets it to Sydney Smith, and she puts it away. Jackets get the point. Side out, Colleen Claude re-entering the contest. Ayla Oltmans will come in as well. Marina Sager and Gabby Schwartz step out. Jackets down 2 at 21-19. Claude to serve. Received by Mobley. Set up, the attack by Hughes. Dug out beautifully by Jenna Anderson. It comes over to the left side. Hobein with the attack. That one's dug out. Jenna Anderson again. Over now to the right side. Oltmans with the attack. Quick put back right in the middle. A nice play there by Caitlin Ellenberg of Mary Hardin-Baylor. Kind of fooled the Jackets a little bit, thinking it was going to be a set. It was not. And the Crusaders up by 3. Giving themselves some breathing room now. Jackets, Jenna Anderson receives the serve and goes flying in the process. It comes back across on the left side, and Ayla Oltmans with the kill. Side out Yellow Jackets here. They trail 22-20 in the opening set. Hobein to serve. misplayed by Peyton Sedlacek, so a service receipt error. Jackets within one. Timeout, Mary Hardin-Baylor. We mentioned in the National Bank of Commerce pregame show, this is day one of the 2024 Stinger Classic, which is sponsored by Subway. So many thanks to our corporate partners at Subway for once again sponsoring this event. Day two coming up here at the Mertz tomorrow, beginning at 10 a.m. I suppose it behooves me to have the tournament page open so I can tell you what the schedule is. As these are the final matches of the day, matches 5 and 6. 6 more coming at you tomorrow. The 10 a.m. matches. Court 1, Hamlin and UW Superior. Court 2, Mary Hardin-Baylor and Martin Luther. We'll have more on the schedule for day 2 of this event. As we progress throughout the match, Jackets down 1 coming out of the timeout. Each team has used 1. Holbein the serve. Set in the middle, over to the left side. Mobley gets up and plays it to the left. It goes off Jenna Anderson. 2-point lead once again in this opening set for Mary Hardin-Baylor. Gracie Nichols coming into the game for the Crusaders, and she will serve. Stark receives for the Yellow Jackets to Claude. Now over to the right side, and Ayla Oltmans goes up for the attack. She puts it in the net, and that gives us set point here for Mary Hardin-Baylor. Yellow Jacket head coach Lynn Diedrich will call her second and final timeout of this first set. Pair of unbeaten teams doing battle here at the Mertz. Both of them coming into this match at 5-0. Each one having little difficulty with their first match of the day. So tomorrow, once again, 10 a.m. on Court 1, Hamlin and UW Superior. At noon, Marion and St. Scholastica. And then at 2 o'clock, tournament finale against Twin Ports rivals, St. Scholastica and Superior. Court 2, 10 a.m., Mary Hardin-Baylor, Martin Luther. Noon, Mary Hardin-Baylor and Hamlin. 2 p.m., Marion and Martin Luther. And then the 2024 Subway Stinger Classic will be in the books. It's all part of a very busy sports weekend here at UW Superior. We will review that during the break between sets, which will be sponsored by Hovland Incorporated. Nichols with the serve. Anderson the receipt. It comes right back over. Anderson now. Over to Oltmans on the right side. Her attack is dug out. It comes free in the middle. Good set there for Draven Hurd. She pounds it down to the floor. And the opening set will go to the Crusaders. 25-21. As we mentioned, this set break sponsored by Hovland Incorporated, providing concrete, masonry, and design to the Twin Ports and surrounding area. Hovland Incorporated, 218-722-1662. Busy sports weekend at UW Superior. Going on right as this match is being played across the bridge at Public Schools Stadium in Duluth. The Yellow Jacket men's soccer team is making its home debut for 2024, playing host to Carleton College. Then tomorrow, things get really crazy. In addition to the 6 volleyball matches that are here, women's tennis will be home tomorrow as they play an exhibition match against Division II Winona State. That is just outside this building at the Yellow Jacket Tennis Complex. At 2 o'clock at Public Schools Stadium in Duluth, the Yellow Jacket men will take on UW Platteville. They are followed by the Yellow Jacket women, who will also play UW-Platteville, that one at 4:30. And then in addition to all of that, the Yellow Jacket men's and women's golf teams are home at Nemadji Golf Course in Superior, playing host to the Twin Ports Collegiate, their one home golf meet of the year. So the home debut for Yellow Jacket head coach Paul Eberhardt in both the men and the women. The men, the defending UMAC champions. Then on Sunday, it'll be day 2 of the Twin Ports Collegiate. And then later on that day, the women's tennis team opens the regular season against UW River Falls. Men's soccer in the waning minutes of the first half, scoreless against Carleton. Carleton ranked number 21 in the country. Yellow Jackets actually have 11 shot attempts in the match already to 4 for Carleton. Each team 2 shots on goal. So a pretty good match going on over at Public Schools Stadium. Coach Joe Mooney not shy at all about scheduling some strong competition in his non-conference play. They opened the season a week ago tonight against Augsburg in a game that went to a 0-0 draw. Final seconds are ticking off the clock for this break. Again, the set break sponsored by Hovland Incorporated. Yellow Jackets attacking from left to right here in the second set. They trail 1-0. Colleen Claude will open it with the serve. Confused the Mary Hardin-Baylor defenders a little bit on that one, so it'll go down as a service ace for Claude. She claimed Upper Midwest Athletic Conference Setter of the Week honors last week after her play down in that tournament in Texas. Good dig off that initial shot by LaSala. The Yellow Jackets able to convert the point anyway, and it's 2-0. Claude's serve fell right in the middle of all 6 players on the court, and LaSala sprawled out and got a hand on it, keeping it alive. This time, however, Claude's serve goes long. It'll be a point for Mary Hardin-Baylor. They will side out. Natalie Hughes to serve. Yellow Jackets receive. Hobein gets it to Claude. Now in the middle for Sydney Smith. Attack is Doug. Crusaders play it back over. Now the Yellow Jackets again. Oatmans from the right side. Goes up, and that's deflected out of bounds. Point Yellow Jackets. It's 3-1. Hobein to serve. Now one will go just long. A line judge right on top of it. It's hard to tell because from up here sometimes they look awfully close. That one is out. Point Crusaders. They will serve. Yellow Jackets receive. Oltman's on the right side, gets up with the right hand, and that one's going to be tipped by a defender and go out of bounds. Another point for the Jackets here. They lead 4-2 here early in the second set. Jenna Anderson will serve. She was named Defensive Player of the Week by the Upper Midwest Athletic Conference for her efforts in Texas last week. Mayana Stark with the quick putback gives the Yellow Jackets the point. It's 5-2. Anderson ranking among the leaders in Division III in digs. That attack out of bounds by the Crusaders. Point for the Yellow Jackets there. They lead 6-2. And Mary Hardin-Baylor is going to call a timeout. Early timeout here in the second set. And that gives us a chance to say, if you can't get enough of the Yellow Jackets, then tune in to Eye of the Swarm, the official podcast of Yellow Jacket Athletics. Join the Big Sound, Matt Johnson, and me throughout the 24-25 campaign as we sit down with Yellow Jacket student athletes, coaches, and other guests. Eye of the Swarm is available right here on Yellow Jacket TV, on uwsyellowjackets.com/podcast, Spotify, iTunes, or wherever you get your podcasts. Episode 1 of season number 6. Boy, it's hard to believe that we're already in the 6th season of Eye of the Swarm. But episode 1 will be recorded this coming week. Should drop a week from today. And as always the case, to open the year, our guest will be Nick Bursick, the longtime director of athletics here at UW Superior. We'll get his thoughts on a number of different things, including the start of this year, the success that Yellow Jacket Athletics had a year ago, both athletically and academically. Talk about the progress of the new stadium being built right next door to us here. Superior Choice Credit Union Stadium is in its final stages of construction. Soccer teams will be on that shortly. All that and more on the upcoming season premiere of Eye of the Swarm. Yellow Jackets up 6-2. Claude now plays in the middle for Gangle, and that's a kill for her. The sophomore from Nashwauk, Minnesota, puts the Yellow Jackets up 7-2. Jenna Anderson to serve. It's going to be dug out by LaSala. They will attack. Claude dives and makes a great job saving that one. Then Gangle puts it in play on the other side of the court. Anderson in the middle sets it. Oltman's up. That's going to be dug out. Now LaSala for Mary Hardin-Baylor feeds Mobley on the left. She plays it to Yellow Jacket court. Stark on the left gets that one into Mary Hardin-Baylor's side. Crusaders again on the attack. Tip it over the net. Dug by Anderson to Claude. Oltman's right side. Her kill is tipped. LaSala now sets that one up. Mobley on the left side. Puts that one right into the chest of Colleen Claude, and it deflects out of play. Point for Mary Hardin-Baylor. They trailed the Yellow Jackets 7-3 here in the second set. Probably one of the nicer rallies of the day. Or of the match, I should say. And the first one that you saw with us here today between the Yellow Jackets and Marion. A couple very good rallies in that one. Oltman's on the right, goes up and smacks it home for the kill. Side out Yellow Jackets. Oltman and Colleen Claude come off the floor. Gabby Schwartz and Marina Sager come in. 8-3 Yellow Jackets, second set. Mary Hardin-Baylor taking the first. It's going to be set now. That's going to be deflected back to the end line. It's going to go off the hands of a diving McKenna Holbein. Point for the Crusaders. It's 8-4, Faith Clark to serve. Out of bounds. Line judge immediately said no. Much of the chagrin of the Crusaders bench, including their head coach, Mr. Pryor. Point Yellow Jackets, they lead 9-5. Stark the serve. The attack by the Crusaders blocked by Sager at the net. Stark on the end line. Plays it up the middle. Attack by Gangle is received. Schwartz now. Jenna Anderson. Sager, that's blocked. Jackets again will continue. Schwartz into the middle for Gangle. Her attack played up. From the left side, right side, Peshek with the attack. Jackets play it right back over. Attempt by Schaffner. Comes over into Yellow Jacket court. Now over. Holbein on the left side. Tips it over. Deflects off of a Crusader. Point will go to the Yellow Jackets. They lead 10-5. Mayana Stark to serve for the Yellow Jackets. The senior puts it in play. Comes back quickly now for Schaffner on the left side, and she'll bang it home. Point for the Crusaders. they will serve. Caitlin Ellenberg, she's going to play that one long. Point Yellow Jackets. They're up 5 at 11-6. Addie Gangle to serve. For the Crusaders now, it's set by Ellenberg. Comes over to Schaffner on the left. Yellow Jackets keep playing. But then a good block right up at the net. Teaming up there, Harrington and Hughes. Point for the Crusaders. They will side out. Substitutions happening. Peyton Sedlacek to serve. There's the whistle to put it in place. Sedlacek. Serve received by Hobein. Set by Schwartz. Hobein the attack. Receipt error there by Mary Hardin-Baylor. Point Yellow Jackets. 12-7 our score. Second set. Mary Hardin-Baylor taking the first set 25-21. Colleen Claude for the Yellow Jackets puts it in play. Dug up by LaSala. Moved over now to the right side, and the attack by Harrington goes long. Jackets get the point. They increase their lead to 6. Their largest lead of the match so far. LaSala receives the serve from Claude. Mobley on the left. Puts it over the net. Yellow Jackets able to make the play and keep it alive. From the backcourt, Mayana Stark sends it over the net. Colleen Claude with the set now into the middle. Sydney Smith goes up for the attack. Deflected by a Crusader. Point Yellow Jackets. It's 14-7. Claude for the Yellow Jackets puts it in play. LaSala with the receipt. Ellenberg the set. Played over the net. Yellow Jackets come right back. Hobein from the left with the attack. Good setup there by the Crusaders, and Kendall Harrington with the kill from the right. Side out, Mary Hardin-Baylor. Natalie Hughes to serve. Jackets up 14-8 in the second set. After the service receipt, Jackets get a little bit confused. Point for the Crusaders. At Public School Stadium in Duluth, they've reached halftime in the men's soccer match. Yellow Jackets and Carleton scoreless. Oltmans with the attack from the left side that gets blocked. Jackets try it again. Mayana Stark puts one up there. Dug out nicely. Then the attack by Kendall Harrington ends up going into the net. Side out Yellow Jackets. Hobein with the serve. Comes to Mobley on the left. Her attack blocked by Oltmans. Harrington on the other side with a little change up that comes in just short of Jenna Anderson. A point for the Crusaders. It's 15-10. Harrington the serve, the receipt by Stark. Oltmans from the right side tips that one over. A couple dives keep it in play. Nice job to keep that one alive by Claude. Then Jenna Anderson gets it over the net. Yellow Jackets reset. Good block at the net there by the Yellow Jackets. Sydney Smith gets a piece of that along with Oltmans. Now Claude over to the left side. Stark. That one's knocked out of the air. Claude again, and we're going to get Crusader in the net, and the Yellow Jackets get a point. 16-10. Harrington sets it. Great dig by Jenna Anderson, but that's going to go off of her hands and out of bounds. Point here for Mary Hardin-Baylor. 16-11. Mobley to serve. Quick substitution, and coming back in is Rayleigh Schaffner. With the right hand, Mobley puts that one in play. Holbein to the left side, Stark. Back over to the right for Oltmans, who puts it over the net. Harrington with the set. The attack by Peshek on the right is blocked. Yellow Jackets get the point. Now they will substitute. Claude comes out, as does Oltmans. Schwartz and Marina Sager back in. Schwartz with the serve. Harrington sets. Hurd goes up for the attack, and she'll bury it. Point Crusaders, 17-12. Yellow Jackets leading. Set number 2. Mary Hardin-Baylor leads the match 1-0. Stark receives to Schwartz, now over Sager on the left, plays it over the net. Comes back around now to the left side. Schaffner winds up, Jackets block. Result of that goes out of bounds. Point for the Crusaders. Cut the lead down to 4. Clark to serve. Stark receives. Schwartz sets it. Stark goes up, and that's a kill for the senior out of Germantown, Wisconsin. 18-13 Yellow Jackets. Stark will serve. That's going to go long, so it'll be a point for the Crusaders. We saw a number of those in the first match today between Superior and Marion. Seen a few of them again here today, those unforced errors. It's like walks in baseball. Gangle in the middle has her attack blocked. Sager tries the right side this time. That's going to be played right back, and we're going to have to stop play as the ball from the other court comes into this one. Oh, they kept playing. Okay, never mind. Sager goes up for the attack. It's blocked, and that'll be a point for Mary Hardin-Baylor. I thought they were going to bull play dead there. Typically, that's what happens. As soon as that ball rolls into the court. But the only one who seemed to stop there was me, so apologies to all the watchers. And then the serve by Ellenberg goes long. Point for the Yellow Jackets, 19-15. Side out for the Jackets. Gangle to serve. She puts that one into the net. That's a point here for the Crusaders. Peyton Sedlacek to serve. Holbein receives. Schwartz back to Holbein, who bumps it over. Crusaders attack in the middle. Yellow Jackets block. Mobley's got it left side. She tips it over. Now Schwartz plays that one to Sager. Good attack there, but kept alive by the Crusaders. Schwartz sends it over to the left. Attack by Holbein is dug out. And then the attack by Sedlacek goes into the net. 20-16 in favor of the Yellow Jackets. They will substitute. Claude coming in, Oltmans coming in. They will replace Schwartz and Sager. And a timeout is going to be called here by Mary Hardin-Baylor. Crusaders trailing the Yellow Jackets by 4 in this set. And I'd hazard a guess this is kind of a position they're not accustomed to being in. They're 5-0, as we mentioned, coming into this match after beating St. Scholastica earlier today. And along the way, they've only dropped 2 sets. Their victory over George Fox last weekend was by a score of 3-1. And the victory over Willamette University also by a score of 3-1. Their other 3 victories of the sweep variety. Yellow Jackets attacking at an even 20% so far through the match. 22 kills and 75 attacks. 7 errors in there. Mary Hardin-Baylor attacking at 18.4%. 25 kills, 11 errors, and 76 attacks. Draven Hurd leading everybody on the court with 6 kills so far. Yellow Jackets out of the timeout, up 4. Colleen Claude with the serve. Dug out by LaSala. Harrington from the right sends it over. Claude sets it up. Oltmans goes up, and that's a kill for the Yellow Jackets sophomore. Her 6th of the match. Yellow Jackets up 5, 21-16. Claude with the serve. Ellenberg the set, Mobley the attack. Yellow Jackets dig it out and play it right back over the net. Misplay at the net by the Crusaders, so they don't get the attack they want. Now the Jackets do come back. Big attempt there by Oltmans is blocked. Yellow Jackets have it pinball around before Oltmans tips it back over. That's a point for the Yellow Jackets, who now lead 22-16. In set number 2. Yellow Jackets attack with Smith in the middle. That's going to be blocked. Jackets regaining control now on their side. From the left, Hobein plays it over. Now Harrington sends it across for Mary Hardin-Baylor. Yellow Jackets set it up. Oltmans with the attack. Crusaders keep it alive. Stark, Claude in the middle. Hobein, that's blocked. It deflects around. Comes over to Mobley, who sends it over the net. Now Oltmans from the right with the attack. Quick play back as each team does a quick hitter. Jackets regain it again. Stark bumps it over. Hughes, Ellenberg, Mobley on the left. That gets blocked. Stark again along the back line. In the middle, Claude over to the left. Hobein with a bomb, and that's going to deflect again off of a Crusader. Goes out into court number 2. Point Yellow Jackets, and they lead 23-16. Claude with the serve. Comes over to Harrington on the right. Her attack dug out by Stark. Set up by Claude over to Oltmans, and that's going to be a point for the Yellow Jackets. Set point for the home team here as they are up 8. 24-16. Claude with the serve. LaSala. Now for Ellenberg over to Mobley. That one's blocked, and the Yellow Jackets are going to get the point. Sydney Smith closes it out. Yellow Jackets lead, or win, 25-16. And this one's even 1-1. A reminder that this set break is brought to you by Hovland Incorporated, providing concrete masonry and design to the Twin Ports and surrounding area. Hovland Incorporated, 218-722-1662. Ayla Oltmans now with 8 kills through 2 sets to lead all players. Yellow Jackets also getting 5 apiece from Addie Gangle and McKenna Hobein. "13 assists thus far for Colleen Claude, who's also contributed a team-high 13 digs through 2 sets. So a good one going here for the Yellow Jackets. In a battle of unbeatens. A good time for us to remind you that if you're a Yellow Jacket fan looking for great team gear, visit the official Yellow Jacket sideline store and browse all the current styles of Yellow Jacket apparel and accessories, including the same gear the Yellow Jackets wear. Find the Yellow Jacket sideline store at uwsyellowjackets.com/shop. We hope you're enjoying this broadcast on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMAC Sports Network. Unless, of course, it's hockey season, then you're an affiliate of the WIAC Sports Network. I am John Garver. Happy you're joining us here on this Friday. A cool Friday in the Twin Ports. Temps only maxed out around 60 degrees today. And if you were tuning in from Texas, for us, that's actually pretty nice. I know for you, it's probably very cold. There's a good temperature up here for us. Going to be like that for a few days before we spike back into the 80s next week. Yellow Jackets and Crusaders tied 1-1 after 2 sets. Jackets will open at their usual starting lineup. Holbein, Claude, Stark, Oltmans, Smith, and Jenna Anderson on the floor. Serve to open the third set belongs to Mary Hardin-Baylor. Paitlin Sedlacek will do the honors. Anderson digs it out. Gets it to Claude. Sydney Smith puts it over the net. Attack back the other way. This time by Kendall Harrington, and Mary Hardin-Baylor puts it off a Yellow Jacket finger, and the Crusaders take the first point of the third set. Good serve there by the Crusaders. Stark struggled with the receipt. Immediately went over the net, and then Mary Hardin-Baylor put that one away. Two 2-0 lead early. Sedlacek the serve. Stark receives. It comes over to the left for Oltmans. Set was a little bit off. Oltmans tried to get a hand on it and tip it over the net, but that's not going to go. And the first 3 points of the set belong to Mary Hardin-Baylor. Sedlacek sends it over. Well, that one comes back to the left side, and Ayla Oltmans makes no mistake this time, powering that one over the net. Point for the Yellow Jackets. Yellow Jackets serve. Colleen Claude. It's going to go off of a Crusader player out of bounds. Check that. It wasn't Claude serving. Excuse me. That was Holbein who served. 13, not 14. Definite height difference there, too. So your trusty broadcaster just blew that one. Yellow Jackets with the attack from the block at the right side by Oltmans and Sydney Smith. Point for the Yellow Jackets there, and we're tied. Holbein the serve. Clark receives. Comes over to Harrington on the right. Her attack dug out by the Yellow Jackets. Holbein. Jenna Anderson sets. Sent over by Stark. Now in the middle, Hughes for the Mary Hardin-Baylor. Comes back over. Claude sets it up. Oltmans is blocked. She got a hand on it again, but diving to keep it alive. Colleen Claude was unable to do so. Point for the Crusaders. They lead the third set 4-3 early on. Hughes with the serve. Anderson receives. It's set up. Comes over to the right side. Another kill for Ayla Oltmans. Draws the Yellow Jackets even. There's the serve. Crusaders tip it over. Yellow Jackets set it back up. The attack by Stark gets blocked. Anderson now with the set. Stark tries again. That gets blocked. Going to be blocked by Hurd and Harrington at the net. Point for the Crusaders. It's now 5-4. Harrington with the serve. Yellow Jackets receive. It's set up for Oltmans at the right side. She hammers that one down. Faith Clark in hot pursuit. Couldn't get a hand on the ball. Point for the Jackets, and we're even again. It's been a good match between these two unbeaten teams. Yellow Jackets firing at 20.4% on the attack right now. The serve by Schwartz. Dugout set up. Attack in the middle by Sedlacek. Yellow Jackets play it back over, but it's immediately back on the Yellow Jackets side. Tipped over by Gangle, and that's going to be a point for the Yellow Jackets. Block on the ensuing exchange by the Yellow Jackets. Gives them a 2-point lead at 7-5. Schwartz with the serve. It's going to be played up over the net. Schwartz with the dig. The set by Anderson. Attack there by Sager. Crusaders keep it alive. Yellow Jackets get a piece of it at the net. Stark got a hand on it, but that's going to be broken up. Point for Mary Hardin-Baylor. Stark receives the serve. Now it's set back to Stark. She plays it over. Harrington sets. Sedlacek with the attack, and that's going to be a kill for her. Point for the Crusaders at 7-7. Bailey Mobley to serve. Sent back over. Jenna Anderson got a piece of that on the service receipt, but it's going to end up being an error. And the Crusaders pull back in front, 8-7. Mobley with the serve. Stark receives. Schwartz tried to tip that one over the net and put it in the net. Opting for the sleight of hand rather than the set. Unfortunately, it went right into the net. 2-point lead for the Crusaders here in the third set. Mobley's serve comes across. Stark seems surprised by it, but the Jackets able to keep it alive. Now Harrington sets up for Sedlacek, and she buries it. Peyton Sedlacek, Draven Hurd. So apologies to Draven Hurd and her fans and family for inadvertently mistaking her for another player. 8th kill of the match for Hurd right there. Crusaders lead this set 10-7. Yellow Jackets, Holbein got a piece of it on the dig, but it ends up going out of bounds, and Yellow Jackets are going to call a timeout. Trailing 11-7 here in the third set. As you mentioned earlier, 10 kills for Ayla Oltmans. That leads all players. Draven Hurd has 8 now for Mary Hardin-Baylor to lead the Crusaders. Gives us another opportunity to push the app, Swarm Central, the official rewards and loyalty app of Yellow Jacket Athletics. Get started and receive 200 points just for registering, 200 more for downloading the app. Redeem your points for cool prizes in the Swarm Central store. Also other offers there for food, merchandise. A lot of different things you can get your hands on in the app. Swarm Central in the Apple and Google stores. Download those today. Coming out of the Yellow Jacket timeout, Mobley will be serving for Mary Hardin-Baylor. They lead this third set 11-7. They took the first one 25-21. The Yellow Jackets took the second 25-16. Mobley serves, Stark receives. Schwartz sets it up. Sager puts it over, and the return goes into the net. Point for the Yellow Jackets, 11-8. Stark with the serve. It comes over now to the right side. It's sent over the net by Cameron Peshek. Yellow Jackets move it to the middle, and Addie Gangle pounds it down. Point for the Yellow Jackets. It's now 11-9. Stark the serve. Received by Schaffner. Comes to the middle now. Hurd gets it over. A little one-hand tip over the net results in a kill. Crusaders take the point. Faith Clark to serve. She sends it over. Stark receives. Schwartz had to dive and try to play that one back after the receive went to the right. Got a piece of it, but alas, it's not a point for the home team. 13-9. Crusaders lead the third set. Match tied 1-1. Stark, Schwartz, over to Holbein on the left. She fires up the windmill and puts that one into the floor. Point for the Yellow Jackets. Gangle serving for the Yellow Jackets here. Comes to the middle. Hughes goes up for the kill, but the Jackets put it right back. Marina Sager, Sydney Smith on the block. Jackets within 2, 13-11. Gangle the serve. Harrington sets. Plays that one over to the right side. Peshek gets it across. Now Sager from the right for the Yellow Jackets with the attack. Comes over to the right side. It's going to be a point for the Yellow Jackets there. 13-12. Gangle with the serve. Harrington sets for Mary Hardin-Baylor. Over to Peshek on the left, and the southpaw plays it back into the back left quadrant. Point for the Crusaders. 14-12. Ellenberg with the serve for the Crusaders. Stark bumps it over for the Yellow Jackets. It comes right back over. Then a put back by Holbein. Kept in play by Mary Hardin-Baylor. Holbein again on the left side. That one gets blocked. Drops on the Yellow Jackets side of the floor. 15-12 Crusaders. Stark with the receipt. Yellow Jackets try to put that one over, but it's put back. Holbein with a good shot from the left side. Kept in play by the Crusaders. Good dig there by Mobley. Stark in the backcourt. For Holbein, she wanted to tip that one over, but puts it in the net. Point for the Crusaders. 16-12. Ellenberg with the serve. That goes into the net. The Yellow Jackets will get the point and the side out. Clawed in for Schwartz. Oltman's back on the floor. Sager comes out. (16-13). Mary Hardin-Baylor leads the third set. Match tied 1-1. Hughes with the attack. Jackets block. Comes back over into the Yellow Jackets side of the court. Oltman's from the right goes up and pounds it down. And the Yellow Jackets are within 2. Colleen Claude to serve. comes over to the right side, excuse me. Harrington goes up for the attack. Jackets block. But the block goes out. Point for the Crusaders. The lead back up to 3. Peyton Sedlacek to serve. Received by Stark. Comes into the middle now. A little good spike there by Sydney Smith. Bounced off of a Crusader player and split the defense. 17-15 Crusaders lead the set. Jackets serve. Ellenberg sets it. Mobley on the attack. That's going to go wide. Point for the Yellow Jackets. They're within 1. Holbein to serve. Set by Ellenberg. Mobley on the left. That's tipped. Now Claude serves it up for the Yellow Jackets. Left side Stark with the attack. Dug out nicely by LaSala. It's played over to the Yellow Jackets side. Claude to Stark. Good block at the net. Harrington puts it back down. Point and a side out for the Crusaders. They lead 18-16. Gracie Nichols will serve for the Crusaders here. Colleen Claude sets. Stark in the middle, tips that one over. Miscommunication by the Crusaders, and the Yellow Jackets will get the point. They close the gap down to 1. Jenna Anderson will serve. Ellenberg with the set. Comes over for Harrington, who really hit that one hard. Jenna Anderson goes after it, goes into the bench, over a chair. Chair folded right up as it was supposed to, so that was good. Could have been really bad, but Anderson okay. Gets right back on the floor, apologizes to Coach Diedrich for bumping her in the process. Jackets on the attack, and Oltmans puts it down. Back to within 1 at 19-18. Jackets will substitute. Schwartz and Sager in. Claude and Oltmans out. Schwartz with the serve. Set up, and the attack from the left by Mobley. Jackets keep it alive. Comes over, Sager tips it into the middle. Point Yellow Jackets, and they've come all the way back now. We're tied 19-19 here in this third set. Schwartz with the serve. Mobley attacks. That's going to go just long. Boy, that was awfully close. I think the coach from Mary Hardin-Baylor was looking at that going, can I have a review? Very close from up here. Line judge says it was out. Point Yellow Jackets, and they lead this third set now 20-19. And the Crusaders will call the timeout. Looks like over on court number 2, that also going to a fourth set. Hamlin and Martin Luther competing over there. I can't tell who's got the lead. Martin Luther has the lead. Thank you very much, Andrew. So Martin Luther up 2-1. Over on court number 2 here, it's a 1-1. Yellow Jackets with the slimmest of leads in set number 3. Attack percentage for the Yellow Jackets has now fallen under 20%. At 19.7, 35 kills, 12 errors, and 117 attacks. The Crusaders 35 kills, 18 errors, 120 attacks. So very evenly played match so far. No surprise that we are separated by just 1 point. Gabby Schwartz will serve for the Yellow Jackets here, coming out of the timeout. Harrington in the middle sets it up. And Draven Hurd able to bank that one off the Yellow Jackets at the net. Check that, my mistake. Went into the net off the block. Jackets up 21-19. And then the serve by Schwartz is going to go out of bounds, so it's a 21-20 lead as the Crusaders get the side out. Gangle and Sager on the block for that last point for the Yellow Jackets. Mobley to serve for Mary Hardin-Baylor. Jackets set it up. The attack there by Gangle is played right back over. From the right side, Sager with the tip. A couple of Crusaders run into each other. It comes over to the left side. Schaffner plays it over. For the Jackets, Mayana Stark gets it across. Then on the attack, Schaffner puts it in the net. And the error puts the Yellow Jackets up by 2, 22-20. Served by Stark. In the middle, Harrington sets it for Sedlacek, and her attack goes off Mayana Stark and into the student section behind the Yellow Jacket baseline. Point for the Crusaders, 22-21 Yellow Jackets. Faith Clark for Mary Hardin-Baylor to serve. With the right hand, she sends it over. Received by Jenna Anderson, set by Schwartz. Tipped over by Marina Sager. Point for the Yellow Jackets. Anderson will come off the floor. Sydney Smith back in. Addie Gangle will serve with the Jackets up 2 late in the third set. That serve goes long. Unforced error for the Yellow Jackets. Anderson comes back in. Gangle coming out. Caitlin Ellenberg will serve for Mary Hardin-Baylor. She puts it in the net, so point Yellow Jackets. They will now have set point here, up 24-22. Colleen Claude and Ayla Oltman's back in the match for the Yellow Jackets. Claude to serve, looking to put the Jackets in front. Claude smacks it over the net. That's going to go long. Side out for the Crusaders. They will make a substitution as coming back into the game is Sedlacek. Sedlacek will serve. 24-23 Yellow Jackets, second set point. Received by Jenna Anderson. Claude sets. Attack Hobein. That gets blocked. And it's going to be a point for Jacket and out. And now it's the first set point for Mary Hardin-Baylor. They lead 25-24. Lynn Diedrich for the Yellow Jackets will call a timeout. And the Jackets will map out some strategy here. Not long ago, they had a little bit of a lead and some breathing room in trying to put this third set away. They found the going a little bit tough here. And now we're on the verge of dropping the third set. Set point for the first time here in this one for Mary Hardin-Baylor. Both coaches having lengthy discussions with their teams during this timeout. Both teams returning to the floor. Crusaders up a point, 25-24, with a chance to win the third set and take a 2-1 lead in the match. Peyton Sedlacek will serve. That's going to go long. So Sedlacek with the set. literally in her hands, puts it over the end line. And we're back to even, 25 apiece. McKenna Holbein to serve. She puts it over. Ellenberg with the set. And Kendall Harrington goes up for the kill. Set point number 2 here now for Mary Hardin-Baylor. Gracie Nichols to serve. That one goes just long. Jenna Anderson was going to play it and then hit the floor to get out of the way. Snuck just over the end line. Another unforced error on the serve. And we're back to a tie game. Anderson to serve for the Yellow Jackets. Ellenberg sets. Mobley on the left, plays it over. Now the Yellow Jackets attack with Ayla Oltmans on the right. That's going to go long. Set point number 3 coming for Mary Hardin-Baylor. Kendall Harrington will serve for the Crusaders. Yellow Jackets receive it. Holbein puts it over the net. Crusaders will one-touch it back. Now Oltmans on the right, up for the attack. Played back over to the Yellow Jacket side. Set there by Claude. Poked back over by Oltmans. Mobley on the left goes up. That's blocked. Yellow Jackets reset. Mayana Stark puts it over the end line. Tried to put that one on the back. In the back half, it goes over the end line long. And the Crusaders will take the third set. 28-26. Set break sponsored by Hovland Incorporated, providing concrete masonry and design to the Twin Ports and surrounding area. Hovland Incorporated, 218-722-1662. Yellow Jackets had chances to put that one away, but the Crusaders came from behind in the later stages of that third set and will now have a 2-1 lead as we go to number 4. Ayla Oltmans with 12 kills for the Yellow Jackets so far, attacking at a clip of 26.5%. Seven kills for Addie Gangle, 6 for McKenna Holbein, 5 for Sydney Smith. Yellow Jackets 15 errors on the attack, 20 for Mary Hardin-Baylor. Crusaders also have 9 service errors. Yellow Jackets have 8 errors in that department. Tomorrow, day 2 of the 2024 Subway Stinger Classic, right here at Mertz Mortarelli Gym. 6 matches again tomorrow. Matches at 10 a.m., noon, and 2 p.m. Hamlin and UW Superior at 10 a.m. on Court 1. Mary Hardin-Baylor and Martin Luther on Court 2. At noon, Marion and St. Scholastica on Court 1. Mary Hardin-Baylor and Hamlin on Court 2. And then at 2 p.m., St. Scholastica and UW Superior, longtime rivals here in the Twin Ports, will be on Court number 1. Marion and Martin Luther on Court number 2. And that will put the 2024 Subway Stinger Classic to bed. But it's far from the end of the action tomorrow. As we mentioned earlier, it's one busy sports weekend here on campus. Yellow Jacket cross country teams, the only fall sports teams that don't have anything at home here at all this weekend. They're competing today on the road at St. John's. down in Collegeville, Minnesota. I imagine they should be done competing and probably on their way back home at this point. But they kicked off their season today. And soccer home for the first time tonight. They're in action right now across the bridge at Public School Stadium. Scoreless in the 70th minute. Yellow Jackets out shooting Carleton 4-3. They'll be home again tomorrow against UW-Plateau. Women's soccer will be home tomorrow as well, playing their 4th consecutive home match to start the season. Last Friday night at Public School Stadium, they lost to UW La Crosse, rebounded nicely on Sunday against River Falls for their first win, and then defeated St. Scholastica 2-0 on Wednesday. Opening set of the serve of the fourth set put in play by Colleen Claude. From the backcourt, Mayana Stark sends it over the net. Now Hughes for Mary Hardin-Baylor gets it across to the Yellow Jackets side. Sydney Smith puts it over. Mary Hardin-Baylor back the other way. It's going to go off Mayana Stark's hand and into the Yellow Jacket bench. And the opening point to the fourth set goes to the Crusaders. Natalie Hughes to serve. Colleen Claude sets to the left side. Oltmans with the attack that's blocked. Claude tries it again, this time in the middle for Smith. Dig there for Natalie Hughes. It comes to Mobley on the left. She sends it over. Claude with a little bit of a bad set there for the Yellow Jackets as that one went at kind of a funky angle off of her hands. Oltmans tried to save it, but she puts it in the net. Crusaders lead 2-0. Hughes with the serves. Stark receives. Set by Claude, comes to Oltmans. Her attack blocked, and then a sprawling Mayana Stark tried to send it back over, but couldn't do it. Point for the Crusaders. Anderson for the Jackets receives the serve. Claude sets it up for Hobein. She winds up on the right side. That's going to get blocked. As Bailey Mobley got up and didn't allow that one to hit the floor on her side. Point for the Crusaders. They lead 4-0. Anderson receives. Claude with the set. Oltmans goes for it on the left, and that one's going to go wide. Point for the Crusaders. They serve again. That one's going to go long, so the Yellow Jackets able to put a tourniquet on the bleeding there. They will side out and get their first serve of this fourth set, down 5-1. McKenna Hobein with the serve. Comes right to the middle. And the Yellow Jackets got into the net reaching over. Sydney Smith went to play that return of service quickly, and it was reaching over the net, so it's going to be a point for Mary Hardin-Baylor. It's now 6-1. Colleen Claude sets it up. Attack by Sydney Smith blocked, but it goes out of bounds. Point for the Yellow Jackets, 6-2. Jenna Anderson will serve. Harrington with the set. Perfectly placed for Draven Hurd, and she drives it home. As her 12th kill of the match. Draven Hurd, now her and Ayla Oltmans tied for the most kills in this match. Mobley serves. Hobein receives. There's the set by Claude. The attack by Oltmans blocked. Oltmans will try again. That one's going to be blocked and come back over. Now Gangle for the Yellow Jackets tried to play that one in, and we're going to have too many hits. And a point for the Yellow Jackets at 7-3. Side out for the Yellow Jackets. They will sub. As per usual, Claude and Oltmans come out. Gabby Schwartz, Marina Sager come in. Schwartz will serve. And that's going to go long, so a point for the Crusaders. And they're up 5 early here in the fourth set, 8-3 the score. They lead this match 2-1. Schwartz with the set. Stark from the right side winds up, and that's going to be a kill for her. Just her 4th of the match. Yellow Jackets side out, and Stark will serve. Harrington sets it up, comes over to the right side, and Peshek went for the attack and put it out of bounds. Stark will serve again for the Yellow Jackets, trailing 8-5. Harrington with the set, the attack by Hughes blocked by Gangle. Another attack from the left side this time at Schaffner. Sager gets a piece of it, but not enough, and it's a point here for Mary Hardin-Baylor. Yellow Jackets had a chance to close out that third set. Had a lead late, but the Crusaders able to close the gap and ultimately win it. Let's hope that doesn't come back to haunt the home team. Mobley for Mary Hardin-Baylor with the attack. Yellow Jackets keep it alive. Holbein on the left sends it over. Schaffner from the left plays it on the Yellow Jacket side. Now Gangle in the middle sends it over. Couple of one touches as Sager plays it back over the net before Schaffner tries to go to the back. That's going to go long, and it's going to be a point for the Yellow Jackets. Jenna Anderson comes out. Sydney Smith back in. Addie Gangle to serve with the Jackets down 3, 9-6. Harrington from the right with a power move, and that's going to be kept alive by the Yellow Jackets. Then Holbein winds one up. Dug out by the Crusaders. There's a set from Schwartz in the middle for Smith. No go there for the Yellow Jackets. Now Mayana Stark. Over to Sager on the right. She wound up, but that one goes long. That's a point for the Crusaders at 10-6 now. Sedlacek with the serve, received by Holbein. At the net, it's tipped over by Sydney Smith. Clark sets for Mary Hardin-Baylor. The attack from Harrington. Jackets keep that alive. Now Clark sets again. Finds Mobley on the left, and she spikes it into the net. Side out Yellow Jackets. Colleen Claude and Ayla Oltmans come back into the game. Claude with the serve. Setting it up Ellenberg for Mary Hardin-Baylor. It's played over to the Yellow Jacket side. Now Claude finds Holbein on the left. She puts it down, and the Yellow Jackets are within 2. Claude with the serve. Ellenberg sets for Mary Hardin-Baylor. Hughes goes up, and she'll get the kill. .8 to score here in the fourth set. Mary Hardin-Baylor with the lead. They're up 2-1. Oltmans from the left puts that one over the net. Dug out by the Yellow Jackets now. Claude to Anderson. Oltmans on the right. Crusaders keep it alive. The attack blocked by the Yellow Jackets. They'll try it again with Mobley on the left. Holbein with a quick one touch, and she finesses that into the back left corner. And the Yellow Jackets back to within 2 at 11-9. Holbein will serve. That one comes up now. Played over to the Yellow Jackets side. Colleen Claude sends it over. Ellenberg sets. That one over Sedlacek, so she couldn't hammer that the way she wanted to, and the Yellow Jackets play it back. Mobley plays it to the Yellow Jackets side. Claude up for Oltmans on the right. She goes up for the attack, and it's down. Jackets within one now. Trailed by as many as 4 early in this set. They're back within 1. From the backside, it's played over by LaSala. The Yellow Jackets dig it up. Stark plays it over. Now comes to the left. Mobley has it. She'll go up for the kill and deflect it off of a Yellow Jacket. 12-10. Crusaders leading. They will substitute. Cameron Peshek coming back in. Kendall Harrington will serve for Mary Hardin-Baylor. Stark receives. Claude puts that one in the middle, and Sydney Smith bangs it home. She'll come off the floor now. Addie Gangle comes back in. 1-point game here with Jenna Anderson serving for the Yellow Jackets. Set by Harrington. Beautifully put up in the middle for Draven Hurd, and she plays it to the back right corner. Point for Mary Hardin-Baylor. Mobley now will serve at 13-11. She'll place that one into the net. Definitely mishit that one. Didn't have a whole lot of steam on it, and you could sense the disappointment in her the look on her face the second she made contact with that, she knew. Side out Yellow Jackets, Gabby Schwartz will serve. Dug out by LaSala. Set up by Harrington, and a big block at the net by the Yellow Jackets' Addie Gangle. She blocks that one right back over the net, and set number 4 is now tied 13-13. Schwartz sends it over. At the net, Gangle gets up there and puts it right back on the floor. Jackets now have moved in front for the first time in this set at 14-13. Everything is now over on court number 2. So Martin Luther ousting Hamlin here, 3-1. It just feels like we got a ways to go in this one. Mary Hardin-Baylor taking the point there. And we're back to even at 14-14. Faith Clark to serve for the Crusaders. Received by Hobein. Gangle plays it over. Clark sets. Schaffner on the left with the hit. Dug out by Hobein. Then she'll bump it over. Dig for Clark. Comes over now. Peshek on the right plays it over. Sager responds for the Yellow Jackets. Now in the middle, Hughes has her kill attempt blocked. Anderson with the dig for the Yellow Jackets. Schwartz, Gangle, and that's a point for the Yellow Jackets there. Addie Gangle with a nice little shot right at the net. 15-14 for the home team. Stark to serve. Harrington sets for Mary Hardin-Baylor. Schaffner with the attack on the left. Jackets quickly come back. A nice dig there by LaSala. That'll result in a kill for Schaffner on the left, and we are tied at 15-15. This match is basically a dead heat right now. Everything is so even between these two teams. Jenna Anderson sets it up. Hobein from the left side attacks. That one played back over. Self-defense dig there by Schwartz ends up back on the Mary Hardin-Baylor side, and they take advantage. As Kendall Harrington pounds that one to the floor. And the Crusaders back in front here, 16-15. Anderson receives the serve for the Yellow Jackets. To the left side, Hobein plays it over. That's going to be a point for the Yellow Jackets as Schaffner was out of bounds when she went to play that one. And we stay even. Served by Gangle, just gets over the net. Harrington on the right hammers it over. Yellow Jackets able to dig it out. Hobein from the left with the attempted kill. That one goes in the net. Point for the Crusaders. They're back up 17-16. Served by Sedlacek. Jackets get it. And it comes to the front, or right to the net in the middle. Out of the reach of Sydney Smith. Crusaders now up 2. The serve by Sedlacek ends up in the net. A gift there for the Yellow Jackets on the unforced error. Side out. Oltmans back in, as is Colleen Claude. The junior center of the Yellow Jackets, Claude, will serve. Down 1 at 18-17. Ellenberg sets. Hughes puts it over the net. The Yellow Jackets dig it free. Anderson sets it up. Oltmans goes for the kill. It's blocked. Again, it's set up for Oltmans. This time, she makes no mistake. Finds a hole into the fence and buries it, and we're tied 18-18. Claude puts it in play. Set by Ellenberg. Harrington on the right sends it over. Claude sets it up. Oltmans goes up. Crusaders get a piece of it now. They go on the attack. Harrington from the right puts it up. It's blocked out of bounds by the Yellow Jackets. It's now 19-18. Hughes will serve. Received by Hobein. Jackets set it up. Oltman rather. Oltmans tips that one over. Misplayed by the Crusaders. 19-19 the score here in the fourth set. Mary Hardin-Baylor leading 2-1. Hobein to serve. Set up by Ellenberg. Harrington blasts it over. Yellow Jackets dig it out. At the left side, it's tipped over by Stark. Mobley's going to put it over, but she got in the net, and it's a lead for the Yellow Jackets now as they take the point. 20-19. Mark Pryor, the coach of Mary Hardin-Baylor, a quick discussion with the down official. Yellow Jackets serve. Mobley on the left sends it over. Anderson sets. Stark winds and puts it over the top. Now a set Ellenberg for Mary Hardin-Baylor to Harrington. She tips it over. That's going to be a point for the Crusaders. Back and forth we go here in set number 4. Harrington to serve for Mary Hardin-Baylor, tied at 20. That's going to go along, so the Yellow Jackets get a point. They now lead 21-20. Final 5 minutes across the bridge. Public Schools Stadium. The men's soccer team in Carleton still scoreless. Good set by Harrington right in the middle. Draven Hurd there to pound it home. You give her that much room and give her a hole in the defense, she's not making any mistakes tonight. 14 kills in the match now for her. Check that, 15 kills. Put in play, Stark receives. Claude sets it up. Oltmans goes for the kill. Kept alive by the Crusaders. Hurd in the middle tips it over. Oltmans on the right side, winds and buries it in the left corner, excuse me. Point for the Yellow Jackets there. It's 22-21. She'll come out. Oltmans will. Colleen Claude will join her. Schwartz comes in for the Jackets to serve. It's put in play. Lasala with the dig. There's the set by Harrington. Peshek with the attack. Yellow Jackets keep that one alive, and then Sager is going to push it long over the end line. For even once again. Stark receives the serve for the Yellow Jackets. It comes to the left for Sager, who bumps it over. Harrington sets in the middle. Hughes goes up. She'll drop it down for the point. 23-22 in favor of Mary Hardin-Baylor. Lynn Diedrich calling the timeout. As things tense up a little bit here. Late in set number 4. Under 4 minutes to play now at Public School Stadium as we keep an eye on men's soccer. They are scoreless against Carleton. That game also available here on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMAC Sports Network. The big sound, Matt Johnson on lead vocals in that one. If that score holds, it'll be the second scoreless tie of the season for the Yellow Jackets. And again, they've not shied away from the competition. Augsburg last Friday, always a quality opponent. Carleton ranked number 21 in the country. The opponent for the Yellow Jackets today. So the men's soccer non-conference schedule, a meat grinder to say the least. We just lost our scoreboard. So we'll have a momentary delay. There it is. How about that Ryan Castaneda, folks? Ball put in play. Schwartz sets it up. Gangle goes up and knocks it down. Another kill for the sophomore out of Nashwauk, Minnesota. Her 10th. 15 for Oltmans, 10 for Gangle. Something to be said about those players from the Iron Range. From the right side, Cameron Peshek hammers that one off of a Yellow Jacket defender. And we have match point here now for Mary Hardin-Baylor. They lead 24-23. Lynn Diedrich will call the timeout. Come up with some last-second strategy and see if the Yellow Jackets can prolong this bad boy. 24-23. Set number 4. Crusaders up 2-1. Jackets need to win this set to stay alive. Mary Hardin-Baylor looking at 1 point to put this one away and remain unbeaten. Both teams coming into the match with a record of 5-0. Jackets are out of their huddle. Crusaders still having a conversation as time ticks away on the timeout. Caitlin Ellenberg will serve here for Mary Hardin-Baylor coming out of the timeout. She puts it in play. Received by Mayana Starks. Set by Schwartz. Sager goes for it on the right side. It's kept alive. It's played over the net to the Yellow Jackets side. Dug out there by Anderson. Schwartz sets it up. Gangle has her attack knocked down. That's going to go out of bounds, and a point for the Yellow Jackets as it was from the right side, bumped wide. And we're back to 24-24. Timeout, Mary Hardin-Baylor. You can tell when you're not playing music during a game, it's very quiet. I can hear coaches talking right now. If I turn the crowd mic up, I could probably find out exactly what he's telling his team down there. 24-24 in the fourth set. Got to win by 2. Third set went long. 28-26 was the score in that one. Men's soccer has gone final. Scoreless tie. Yellow Jackets attempted 21 shots to 7 for Carleton. Shots on goal favored the Yellow Jackets 6-3. Unfortunately, nothing finds the back of the net. Here we're tied at 24. Coming out of the timeout, Addie Gangle of the Yellow Jackets to serve. She puts it in play. Set by Ellenberg to the right. Harrington goes up and hammers that one. Goes off of Schwartz and comes into the spectator area before bouncing its way back down to the court. Match point here now for Mary Hardin-Baylor, their second match point. Sedlacek to serve. Received. Hobein tipped over the net now by Sydney Smith. It comes back over for Mobley. Off of Stark, up to the left side. Sits on the top of the net for a moment. Jackets keep it alive. Sager tips that one over the net, and that's going to do it. She got a little bit too much into the net, hit that antenna. And that's going to be a point for Mary Hardin-Baylor. And they will win this final set 26-24. And the match 3-1. Let's slide into the post-game show. Post-game show is brought to you by Synovus Energy and the Superior Refinery. Synovus Energy, we energize the world to make people's lives better. Both teams came into this one with perfect 5-0 marks on the season. And this one was about as close as you could possibly make it. Looking at the final statistics, 54 kills for Mary Hardin-Baylor, 47 for the Yellow Jackets. 189 attacks for the Crusaders, 183 for the Yellow Jackets. Attack percentage of 14.3 for Mary Hardin-Baylor, 13.7% for the Yellow Jackets, so very, very close in just about every single category throughout the match. Yellow Jackets were led by Ayla Oltmans. She had 15 kills and 50 attacks, 5 errors, an attack percentage of 20. Addie Gangle hit double digits as well with 10 kills and 21 attacks, just 1 error for her. She led the Yellow Jackets in attack percentage of 42.9%. Jackets also got 8 kills for McKenna Hobein, 7 from Sydney Smith. 24 assists for Colleen Claude, who had another very nice match. She also had 20 digs in there, so a double-double for her. Jenna Anderson, 23 digs. Mayana Stark, 21. And again on the blocks, Addie Gangle had 3 block assists. Stark had 3 block assists. A good all-around day for Addie Gangle on this day. On the other side, 15 kills for Draven Hurd. She was kind of the person, the engine that drives this team offensively, Mary Hardin-Baylor. She had a team-high 15 kills. Kendall Harrington reached double digits as well. She finished the match with 10. This is the final match of day 1 of the 2024 Subway Stinger Classic. Bring up the schedule for tomorrow, day 2. Matches will start at 10 a.m. Court number 1, Hamlin and UW Superior will battle. On court number 2, Mary Hardin-Baylor and Martin Luther. Then at noon, court number 1, Marion will play St. Scholastica, and Mary Hardin-Baylor and Hamlin will meet on court number 2. Things will close out at 2 o'clock, St. Scholastica and UW Superior. A couple of programs who play multiple times each season, and there really aren't any secrets between the two longtime rivals here in the Twin Ports. That match will be on court number 1. In court number 2, it'll be a 2 p.m. match between Marion and Martin Luther. All the matches on court number 1 will be streamed right here on Yellow Jacket TV. Commentary will happen for the first match and the third match. The match is UW Superior is playing, and we will have commentary. It's to be determined if we will have a broadcast in the neutral match between Marion and St. Scholastica. Want to thank our crew, our technical crew up here, as we are breaking in some new student workers throughout the early stages of the 24 volleyball and soccer seasons. They did a great job keeping us on the air today. We had a few hiccups along the way, but by and large, for the most part, crew did a good job keeping us live. So we're going to sign off here from Mertz Mortarelli Gym on the campus of the University of Wisconsin-Superior. Where in this one, the Yellow Jackets fall to Mary Hardin-Baylor. Final score 3-1. Set scores 21-25, 25-16, 26-28, and 24-26. For everybody involved here on Yellow Jacket TV, this is John Garber saying so long, and we hope you'll join us tomorrow for day 2 of the 2024 Subway Stinger Classic. You've been watching Yellow Jacket Volleyball on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMAC Sports Network.
Let's put our stamp on this region. All right, let's do it emphatically. Yellow Jacket, 2 from 3.
If I hit another one and down, you better make my